Okay, good evening to all. Like, good evening, Rainavasini, good evening, and Kartika, good evening, Muntan, good evening to all, and Nagendra Kumar, good evening, and Bubi Joseph, good evening, hi, Anita, yeah, good evening. So once again, good evening to all, and welcome to the session. So yeah, good evening, Lakshmi and Sri Krishnan. Yeah, good evening, Raunak Agasti, good evening. So good evening everyone. So once again welcome to all. Okay. So before session, like previous session, we are all completed that. What is that? Like, wait a second. Okay. So previous session we are using the Power Query Editor. How can we handle the Power Query Editor in Power BI tool? So it is one of the default application in Power BI tool. So how can we use that? What is the purpose of this particular Power Query Editor? So these are all things we will discuss in previous, like last session. Okay. So now today we are going to see about how can we visualizing the data from the IMDb dataset. Before that we are using the Netflix data. In this one is how we are using IMDb dataset. In this entire masterclass series, we are discussed like totally we can take the three kind of data sets. One is a Netflix data set and IMDb data set as well as IPL data set. Because based on these three data set is some values will be differ. So the Netflix and IMDb is an both are similar like movie related applications, right? So IMDb and Netflix. So this both data set is having movies data. So when is the movie released, what is the genre of the movie, starrings and cast and crew, director and votings and ratings and meta score value. These are all things is more repeatedly comes in this particular Netflix and IMDb. Same like that, some kind of the values will be differ in this particular Netflix and IMDb. But another one is IPL data set. The IPL is based on the year wise which team will be win and which team is what is that win title winner, like winner. So how many team wins mostly. So these kind of details present in this particular IPL data set. In end of this series, in this end of this masterclass series, we will comparing to the three different data dashboards. Okay, already I show you the how can we create the dashboard in Netflix. So now starting with the, today starting with that IMDb, we are entering into the IMDb. How can we handling like manipulating the values in IMDb values? How can we implement that? So these kind of things we will see in upcoming sessions, right? How can we changing the value? How can create the new column and the new value? These are all things we will see in upcoming sessions. So finally, we will see that how we are comparing the three different dashboards. One is a Netflix dashboard and an IMDb dashboard. Finally, we see IPL dashboard. So that is our result, like final output of our masterclass series. Okay. So today, so I will comparing to. So now we to visualizing the data. How can we visualize in this Python like collab wise, as well as how can we create the templates in the Power BI tool with the help of this IMDb data. So this is the thing we will discuss in today's session. Okay, so without delay, we are entering into the topic. So first we are going to the collab. So collab, I will take this. Okay, collab. Okay, take a new notebook for using for this. Okay, once I connect this and wait a second, guys. Okay, so now we are entering. So already we see this particular collab. How can we implement the collab like matplot and cbound? This is the Python's very familiar libraries to visualizing the data. And okay, so the combo is there. Wait a second, guys. I will hide this. Okay, is no needed. Okay, so and as well as using numpy is using for numerical Python to handling the values, manual values, as well as cbound. So pandas is also needed. Already I told this, how can we implement these kind of things. Okay, I am not sharing the screen now. Okay, so no one can see the screen. The screen is visible or not? Manohar, kindly check it your internet. I already shared the screen. So anyone kindly answer me. So my screen is not visible. Visible or not? Yeah, visible. Okay, fine. Manohar, kindly check it your internet. So all are good. You only is not see that. Okay, so now I import the libraries. Then yeah, thank you Sangam and Mohandan, thank you. So again I will create that like IMDb. So that is variable. I store it the variable like as pass it my data set in this place. This is helpful to visualizing the data. So I will upload the data, like already I have the data set, that is IMDb top 1000 movies. And copy the path and paste it here. I run this, so automatically data set will store it in this particular IMDb variable. Again I call this, so IMDb.head. So in this particular IMDb data set is having poster link is there, series title is there, release the years is there, certificate, which certificate of this with adult or under adult, like that. Runtime is of each particular movie, and genre, which genre is the movie, IMDb's individual rating and overview of the movie, meta score of the particular movie, overall score, and director name, starring name, so how many people are acting in this particular movie, and number of votes, how many people voting this particular movie, and gross value of each movie. So overall all over world how many what is that ticket will be sold, that is gross. So these kind of things, detailed data in present in this particular IMDb data set. And IMDb.tail is helpful to visualizing the last 5 rows. The head function is using for first 5 rows, the tail function is for last 5 rows. Okay, so next one we are checking the null values. Before that I will check in the shape of my data set, how many values is there. So that is 1000 rows and 16 columns, so 1000 entries and 16 columns are present in my data set. And I check it the null value of this. The null value is definitely every data set is having null values. 1 or 2 data set is only a clean data set. So once again I check it, this one IMDb dot what is that is null function. Okay, my voice is low. Okay, wait a second guys. So now it's okay. Why you are all of us say okay. Now it's visible or not? So again Anita, you also said. So Manohar, my voice is clear now. No, Managar, no issue. Because of the mic also the volume will be very low, so then only the sound is not clear. Now it's okay or not? Everything good. Okay, thank you, Mukundan. Thank you. Okay, fine. So now IMDb is null function is using for to clearing handling the null values. Already I told this one or not, I don't know. So once again I repeated that. So IMDb is null to check it the null values in our current data set. So now the certificate column is having 101 null values and Metascore is having 157 null values, as well as gross values is having 169 null values. So the empty zero is or there is no null values. The empty value is not present in this particular thing columns. So post the link is not have a null values, as well as series title is having not have a null values. And certificates only having three kind of columns only having null values, like 101 certificate, Metascore, and also gross value column, right? So how can we handle that? So I already told you. So the drop now function is to removing the null values, like imdb dot drop now, and we can give it as a in place equal to true is helpful to removing the original null values in the particular current place. So again check it the null function. So the null values are removed or not. Once I recheck that, it is confirmation method. So now all columns is having 0 because that means the null values are removed. So again I check it my dataset shape. So the shape will be changed because of I will removing the null values. The entire row will be removed. Right? Already I show and told this one. 1 minute, guys. Yeah, sorry guys. So now okay, now it's visible. Yeah, okay. So now I can check it that why the value difference means I will remove it the value because it's having a certificate is having 100 plus null values, Metascore is having 100, 150 null values, and gross is also having 169. So we're adding that, so 169 plus 101, that is 270 and 370 and 571, like is near to like Ramlu already we know that. So already we certificate and Metascore and gross were these three columns only having null values. These three columns is present in our data set. So just we can give the drop now function. The drop now function only remove that particular empty spaces. That means the entire row will be removed. It's not affecting the column. It's affecting only the particular row. Yeah, exactly. The certificate column is having 101. So we cannot directly see that particular thing. So, okay, do you see that now the 99th index is having NAN, the certificate. NAN means there is non-null value, none of the value like that, none of the number. So that is the meaning of null value. NAN means there is null value is present here. So now the drop now function will removing the entire row, the particular 1998 row, entire row will be removed. That is the action the drop now function will do that. Then only the what is that? The count variation will be deferred. So before dropping the null values, we have 1000 plus entries. After dropping null values, we have 714 null values only. Sorry, 714 entries only. Why this happened means we can drop that value. Okay, so that is the thing. The differentiate is there. So now I will show you. So entering into the visualization. So now the null values is not there. Another one is a duplicate values. So we can check that IMDb dot duplicates check it the duplicates. Okay, sorry, it's not like that, duplicate. So now it's a false. If we need a count of that, a sum of function is 0. So there is no duplicate values is there, so no issue. We are directly entering into the visualization. So now I will importing the first one, that is scatter plot. So sns.scatter plot, and I passing this the x values. I based on the IMDb rating and the number of votes wise, I will give it values. So I create a scatter plot. The scatter plot is showing the values like a bubble mark wise, right? So x-axis having the IMDb rating and y-axis having the number of votes. So rating wise, how many votes will be there? So the mostly all movies is presenting in like starting the rating is 7.75 to 9.25. So the particular 7.75 is having then a voting, like the vote values comes like okay, wait a second. Okay, the number of votes is there like 20 above 10,000. So now it comes like the thousands way we can convert that. So y-axis having number of votes, x-axis having the IMDb ratings. So the bubbles will be marking the particular movie's rating and the number of votes. For example, the 9 rating is having one particular movie. That particular movie having what is that 0.5 something. That means 7,000 something now votes will be get. Votes are get. That is the denoted in this particular place. So every bubble it's mentioning the one particular movie or particular data value represent. Ramdo not like that. So we only dropping the null values. The particular, that means you see that okay, where is the tail function? Okay. So now 1998 row is having particular null value. The null values is there. If I give a drop now function means the particular, we cannot remove that particular single value. This null value only we cannot remove. If I remove that again that particular cell is empty, right? So if I remove that, that means we can remove the entire row of this particular data. Yeah, exactly. So the certificate only is having, the certificate column only having null value. So others also having values. Do you see that? And also grass ones also have null values. So other values is there, like the genre is the drama and war, duration 97 minutes, and what is that? Released years 1944. So the particular 1 or 2 columns only having null values. We remove that, we can mention in the drop now function. The drop now function will delete the entire row. Is not only get take it that one particular values, is removing the entire row. So that is the drop now functions work. The scatter plot will showing that particular movies rating and the number of votes base is visible. And next one I will show the certificate, like that's count plot function. So say sns dot count plot, and passing that genre or certificate wise. I take the certificate, I will run this. So the count plot means the certificate, how many the A certificate is having 175 count is that, like that means 175 movies is getting A certificate, and 120 or 130 like nearly 135 movies is having under A certificate, and 125 U certificate is getting the 175 plus, like nearly 180 or 190, and R certificate is the 125, and G is in like what is the 10, and PG 13 is in 30 or 40, and PG. So everything is like every certificate will getting particular count. Okay. If I need a proper visible thing means I give it the figure size, that is plt dot figure size is helpful to extend the particular picture size. So now you see that. So now it's visible clear, and I will adding the color of this one. So hue function, it's helpful to visible the particular every values. If I run this, so each and every one, so it's giving a colorized format. So now the passed or approved TV, PG, UA certificate, GP certificate. So each and every totally like 4 or 8, 12. Okay, totally 12 certificates types only, categories only there. So each and every certificate is how many count is there. That is the thing. The count part will be usable. Okay, so next one is okay, distribution plot. So SNS dot okay, distribution plot. Dist plot. So you're passing that IMDb ratings wise. So IMDb ratings, I was showing the distribution plot. So the IMDb rating is having what is the value? Okay, it's starting with 7.52, still 9.5 or 10 near that. Okay, yeah. So now do you see that starting with the 7.5 or 7 starting with the 7 ratings, ending with the 9.5 rating. Highest ratings is 9.5. So how many movies is splitting into the distribution? How the particular ratings based on the density of particular values is executed. That is distribution plot. Distribution plot is to how the continuous value will be distributed. That is distribution plot. Okay, so next one is a pair plot. So pair plot is helpful to pair plot passing the IETE. The particular pair plot to comparing to the every what is that value into the all values. So now okay, is not visible. Okay, wait a second. So Subham Kudri, already I told this. You can go into Kaggle. The Kaggle is helpful to getting the data set. Kaggle is one of the data collection platform. It is helpful for that. Okay. So the IMDb is having only meta score and the number of votes only showing. Okay, wait a second. Okay, give a run all function for this. Okay, so IMDb rating wise, we can comparing to that. The IMDb rating column comparing with the number of votes and the meta score as well as same column. So x-axis and y-axis both are comparing to the same values. So the common values only differ with a particular different plot. So now this one is having bar plot, like bar plot or column plot. So others is comparing to scatter plot wise. Okay, so this is the way we can give a plottings in IMDb dataset to visualizing in Python as well as Colab wise. So now we are entering into the Power BI. So before entering the Power BI, I will remaining one thing. So we are offering to the internship like Power BI internship. In this particular internship, having some 8 kind of benefits. So what are the benefits is that 30 days of recording sessions, all presentations, downloadable source code, and all resources you will get, and exclusive 7+ project codes with the downloadables, and IETE confirmation letter, 90 days of LMS Course Access, and assignment and the task we are giving to you, and a joint VIP community and the special updates are available, and highly valued IETE certified internship certificate we will give provided to you. So these are all 8 kind of benefits is available in this particular internship. If anyone interested, kindly use this. So already we are completed the 2 kind of batch. So this is the last and final batch of this particular internship. If you have anyone interested, kindly use this offer. The registration fees is 2,999. Our discount fees is 799 only. So registration link already we have shared it in the chat box. So kindly check it that. It's a limited time offer. It's the last and final batch. So we cannot extend in this particular date. So kindly use this offer. Okay, fine. So now we are going to Power BI. So how can we implement this particular same data set in our Power BI tool? Okay, I'm opening to the Power BI. So already opened this particular window, Power BI window. So first of all, I will import the data. So there is no data, so I go into the get data option and select this source of the particular my data source, that is the CSV file format, and choosing that my data set, that is IMDb top 1000 movies, and open this. This one also already I show you. So instantly I will creating the particular one or two templates. So in this particular thing, having posted link, same dataset, series title and release year, certificate, runtime, journal column, IMDb rating, overview, and metascore, director. So now in this one is also having null values. Okay. Okay. Okay, what do you try to say, Ramlu Gowla? Like you give it as a one manual data you will create and can be converted into the data frame format, and again you drop it the value. The salary column is give it as a subset of this. So if you try to say, you can drop that particular unique value or entire column. Okay, Ramlu, so kindly contact with your coordinator. I will show the number, contact number. You can give posted your query in this particular WhatsApp number. We will reply to you. Okay, so I cannot properly understand your question and your query. Okay, we don't have a time now, right? So you say to your query in the particular WhatsApp number or your WhatsApp group, we will reply to you. Okay, so now in this one is also having some null values. So you see that in the gross value is having null. You see this one, the 90th index is having null. So our data set is already having null values. So before that we are removing null values. That only changes will be applied in that collab file only. We cannot directly converting into our Excel file. So in this place also we can handling removing the null values, and really it's give a proper visualization. Okay, before that I will remove the null values. So the certificate is having null values in our collab, right? So we are checking that. So how many null values is there? So now the blank is there. Do you see that the blank is there? Once deselect this all and only visual the blank columns. So there are 101 something. Do you see that in down places 101 rows is having the null values in particular certificate column. Okay, do you see that 101 rows having the null values in the particular certificate column? Already we are seeing in the collab. The collab is also denoted. The certificate is having 101 null values. So that is true. Do you see that the 101 rows are present in this particular certificate column is having null values? So same like that we are taking into the another one. Then we are removing that. So now what is the next one? Is having gross. So number of votes is having null values, I think, right? So where is collab? Wait a second. Where is that? Yeah. So yeah, metascore, certificate, metascore, and gross. So already we have confirmed that the certificate is having 101 denoted in this place. In our Power BI also same like that. So next one is the metascore is having null values, right? So where is metascore column? Okay, so now the metascore, once I check it in this one, it's also having some null. So null is there. Once deselect and give it the null values only applied. So this is 157. Do you see that in down places the 157 rows is there, denoted that. So 157 rows is presenting the null values in that particular metascore column. Okay. So in that particular metascore column is having 157 null values. So again I will deselect this. I will be confirming into the gross. So going to the gross column. So gross column is having how many null values? So it is having 169. So these are all confirmed, right? The gross is having 169 null values, meta score is a 157, certificate is a 101. So we are confirmed that, right? So now we are removing this particular null values. Okay. Again we are removing null values and going to our template like model creation. Okay, once I give this and remove empty. So that is filter row 1. First we are removing to the gross value, that is filter rows 1. So now the 831 rows, totally 1000 plus rows entries is available in our data set. Now we are removing the 169, so balance 831 is there. So again you are removing into metascore. So metascore column we are removing that. So remove empty. So that is 750. The filter rows 2. The 750 will be removed. And the next one is certificate. The certificate column is 100. So now you're removing empty. So now it's a 714. So the 714 rows. So finally our cleaned data set shape is then 714. We see that there is 714 rows and 16 entries. Power BI also showing like that. So 16 column, 714 rows will be there in our final data set. Okay, so now we are removing the unwanted columns, is not no needed, right? So we are removing the poster link, is no needed to visual that. And the next one, overview also no needed, we cannot visual the particular overview based on the overview column. And starring is also no needed, so okay, is that okay, fine. So now the removed column is there. So now I will applying the changes in my major data source. So once I give a close and apply, the particular Power Query edit window will be closed and the particular data will be loading into my model. Okay, it's getting one error. Okay, view this error. Okay, so the 687th row is having error. So the particular released here is not here, so then only the error will be there. So now you're removing the particular rows, is no needed. 1, I give it as a 1 row only removed. I remove this and again give and apply these changes in my data source. Fine. So now I get it all data in this place. Certificate, director, genre, gross and starring, series title, runtime, like that. So first you are starting with the released year. Year wise we can start. So the best way of year visualizing is the slicer. The slicer is very helpful and the visualizing the data is, we can easily understand that. So once I click this release the year, so it's showing like a what is that, adjusting like less than or greater than, like that format. You see this. So now the starting with the 1930 and the ending with the 2019 year. So particular IMDb movies data is starting within 1930s till 2019. What released movies only have. Okay. So now we can changing the values and type of this style of this particular slicer. We can do that. So once I go into the format visual, we can do that, apply the changes. So it is a between format. If I want to change that, I give a vertical list. That means is select option. So each and every year give it as a individually is give it the value, right? So now you notice that the year also having blank. That means year also having some values. If I change that vertical list into tile. So tile means the button, like button format wise. So 2013, 14 like that. And drop down isn't the entire value storing like list format storing into this particular what is that option. So it's also see a selection option. And the between or less than or greater than or equal to, say between means we can adjusting the slice, that is particular the role. Okay, so it is okay, fine. Slicer header means the heading of this particular slicer. So it's released here, so that is okay. I give it as a dark and increasing size of this particular title text. And border, if I need that, I will changing the border and the background of this particular title. I give it as a black means the title only is changing the color. Okay, so the background, if I need it, I will change. And the values, so values, the particular inside the values, I will changing that. I give it to the bold wise and increasing the size of this particular values. Okay, so now the 15, it's okay to look like good. If I want to change in the color, I can change that. So now I changing the color as a violet, right? So which color you want, you can change that. So the background is in the background of this particular values. I give it as a blue means this particular background will be changed. So yellow, so that is our wish. So user wish, we can change the color of that. So all options are available in this particular each and every text and values format. So slider color, I will give it as a black. Then general option is generally the showing the title, all of that. So the effect is the background of this particular entire the plotting background. Yellow means it is changing like this. Okay, so now I will changing the slicer header because it's not visible. I will hide this and give it as a title in this place. So title is released year. So now I will changing the boldness and increasing the size of this, and the color is a dark black and increasing the size. So now it's good. Okay, so now I can adjusting this one. So I will adjusting this 1980. So 1980 to still 2019. How many values are that? That all showing in this place. So this is the slicer plotting. So once I creating the multiple plottings, is applying the changes in the all kind of plottings because all are interconnected. So now we are going to the next one. So that is certificate wise. The particular movie certificate wise, how many gross values is there. So we can giving that, you can using the funnel. The funnel plot is very good appearance to see, like easily understanding the values. Okay, so now so first I will pass it that certificate column. So where is certificate? Yeah, it's there. I will drop it is in this place, and the gross values I giving. Okay, gross. Okay, I give to the count. Some values is there. I give to the count format. So total count of this particular gross. Okay, so now I will adjusting the size of this. Okay. So now I'm going to give the format of this one, changing the color, that is yellow or anything. Okay, red. The data labels is there, so I will give it a data labels position. Inside enter means, so the 144, 137 are presenting in this inside the particular bar. Give outside end means the end places the values are stored. The data values are storing values only, or percentage wise, whatever we need we can give it that. So the 95.14 and the percentage I will give it this, and values and also percentage both are displayed in this place. So that is our wish. If we want changes, we can give it that. So the values, color and size of this I give to the black, dark, and increasing the size and the bold is looking good, and the values are there. The background, so background, if I need the value is background, if we need a value is background, I will give it that. So next one is a category label, that is black. So y-axis category label, increasing the size of this and give it as a bold. So the y-axis size, that is categorical label. Okay, so it's an individual changes of the particular visual. It's a general. So title, we need a changes of the title means gross values by certificate. So that is my title. So I will give it a bold and increasing the size. So 20. So give it as a dark black. So that is position of this particular title. The center, if you need, you give center, or a right side center, like end with right side end. So whatever we need, we can give it that. Subtitles we needed, you can choose that. That is how you wish. So next one is effect. The effect is a background color or others. So this is the background color. That is also fulfill our wish. If you need a change in the color, you can apply that. So just I will show you the example for how can you create this kind of things. So now I will give it as an, you see that the changes are applied. So the IU certificate is movies are 183 count. So now I will reduce the thing, that is 146. In 2001 to 2019, that is 103. U certificate also not there. UA certificate is also mostly there. If I reduce the values, the changes are applied in this particular another plotting also. Okay. So next one is, we have a time. Okay, fine. So we have wind up in this particular last template. So we can genre, how genre wise, how many genres is there, like genre value wise, how many count is that. We can see that due to the bar chart, and select the genre and count of the genre. So when we see this, so mostly high genre count is drama is mostly having the most of the values. Okay, so now I apply the same format. So y-axis means is changing the color of this particular values and increasing the bold and size like this. Okay, title is the particular genres, the title. If you don't need a title means we can remove that. The genre column is no needed. The name, y-axis name, the x-axis also same like that. The values, give it as a bold and give a dark color and a size. So in this title also no need it, you can hide that. So grid line means background grid. Already I told you, like the grid. So the background grid is helpful to understanding the value. The zoom slider is your zoom slider means we can zoom it is now this format. So I give it a button, that is zoom slider. Okay. So bar color, so the yellow is there, I give it as a red or yellow like that. So changing the color, and the border is with the particular bar is having border, that is also your wish. The data labels you want that the data label showing. So the drama genre is having 58 count. Okay, yeah. Okay, values is there. I will changing the color of this one. Okay, so this is the way we can creating the templates for all kind of data set. Okay, so I'm changing the background of this one. Effects, the background is in yellow. Okay, so now we are creating the three kind of things. One is release the year wise, and gross value by certificate wise, and genre count and genre type for how many count is that. So this is the way we can creating the one of the dashboards like that. Okay, I hope You will understand this one. I hope you will understand this one. If you have any queries about our internship or session related any kind of things, kindly contact this particular number. And Ramlu Gowla, kindly give a query in this particular mail ID or WhatsApp number. So kindly I will answer to you. Okay, I cannot properly understand your query in this place. Okay, so that's it. Thank you all. Thank you so much. So kindly, already we shared the attendance link also. So kindly give it your attendance. And any queries is there, kindly ask. Otherwise, we can wind up. We are meet with the next session. And see you all. If you like this session, so kindly give a like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Then only we can follow our updates in day by day. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mugundan. Thank you. Okay, thank you all. See you.